Welcome to a new guitar tutorial, and today we're gonna check out a song from one of my favorite movies. We have a look at The Power of Love, played by Huey Lewis and the News. If you're interested in sheet music of the song, you can go to my Patreon page. There you can download a full transcription of the rhythm guitar part I will show you in this tutorial, including tabs and regular notation. And if you enjoyed the lesson and want to support my channel, please hit subscribe, ring the bell, leave a like and drop me a line in the comments. The intro of the song starts in C major and the guitar is basically playing some muted 8 notes. We're starting on a C power chord. So we have the C power chord, 3rd fret of the A string and the 5th fret of the D string. And on 2 and we're changing to the low E string. So we're playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. After that we're going to an F power chord, so the 1st fret of the low E string and the 3rd fret of the A string. And on 2 and we're changing 2 frets up to a G power chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and. And now on beat 4 we're going to a G chord with a B in the bass, so we're playing the 2nd fret of the A string and the 5th fret of the D string. And this chord is played 2 times, so 4 and. So the complete riff one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. One more time. And so on, and this is played 3 times. On the last repetition we're stopping on the G chord, so the last repetition goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then the intro part continues, but now we're playing the same riff that we're playing during the verse part. So we're starting on the 5th fret of the D and the G string, then we're going down to the 3rd fret of the same 2 strings and then back up to the 5th fret. This is followed by an E flat major triad. Here we're playing the 5th fret of the D string, the 3rd fret of the G string and the 4th fret of the B string. Then we're going down to a B flat major triad. Here we're playing the 3rd fret of the D, G and the B string. And then back up to the E flat major. And now we're moving this chord shape up 2 frets, which is an F major triad, which is played twice. And then we're going down to the E flat major triad again, which was followed by the B flat major again. And then we're playing the 5th fret of the D and the G string one more time. And then the riff starts from the beginning. So this is the basic verse riff, one more time. And so on. And from time to time there are some slight variations. We're starting in the way as I showed you, and then on the 2nd repetition, before the verse starts, there's a slight change. Here we're ending on the B flat major triad, which is the 8th fret of the D string, the 7th fret of the G string and the 6th fret of the B string. And this is followed by the F major triad again. So the 2nd repetition of this riff. And then the verse part starts, and the verse part starts with the riff again. On the 2nd repetition there's a slight change. instead of playing eighth notes on the last two chords, now we're playing quarter notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Then the next version is the basic version. And on the fourth repetition, we're playing the B major and the F major chord on the 6th and on the 5th fret again. So this complete first verse goes like this: 2, 3, 4. And then there's a short interlude, which is the same riff. And in this interlude, we're adding on the F major chord. So this interlude goes like this: 1. And then the second verse starts, and the second verse is played like this: 2, 3, 4, 1. So we're playing the basic version 3 times, and on the last repetition we're playing the E flat major triad 2 times, and then we're playing the B flat major triad 2 times. And this leads us to the chorus part. And the chorus part is played in the same way like the intro of the song. So we're playing this riff 3 times, and then we're going to a B flat power chord. So we have the 1st fret of the A string and the 3rd fret of the D string. Then we're going to an F power chord, 1st fret of the low E string and 3rd fret of the A string. And then we're going back up to the G power chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then there's a stop on beat 1 and a 1 bar break. So this ending of the chorus part, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then we're playing a short interlude, which is the same riff that we're playing during the verse part. The B flat major and F major ending. And then the third verse is played in the same way like the second verse. And then we're in the second chorus section, and the second chorus is played in the same way like the first chorus, and we're also ending on this B flat and F power chord, going up to the G power chord, and then we're going in the bridge part, and the bridge starts on an E flat major chord. We're playing the 6th fret of the A string, the 5th fret of the D string, 3rd fret of the B string, and 3rd fret of the G string, and 4th fret of the B string. This chord is followed by a G7 chord with a D in the bass, so we're playing the 5th fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the D string, 4th fret of the G string, and the 3rd fret of the B string. Then the C minor 7 chord, we're still barring the 3rd fret, and we have the 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the D string, 3rd fret of the G string, and the 4th fret of the B string. And this chord is followed by this voicing. Here we're playing the 6th fret of the A string, the 7th fret of the D and the G string, and the 6th fret of the B string. and the bass guitar is playing in an F, and combined with the bass note F, this chord is an F7 13 chord. Then the next chord is an A flat major 7 chord, which is the 4th fret of the low E string, 5th fret of the D and the G string, and the 4th fret of the B string. You can also leave out the low E string because the bass is playing this note. And this is followed by E flat chord with the G in the bass. So we have the 3rd fret of the low E string, 5th fret of the D string, 3rd fret of the G string, and 4th fret of the B string. Then the next chord is this one. We're borrowing the 3rd fret, so we have the 3rd fret of the A string, and now the 6th fret of the D string, 3rd fret of the G string, and 4th fret of the B string. And here the bass is also playing in an F, and combined with the bass, this chord is an F minor 7 11 chord. Then we're playing the E flat with the G in the bass again. One more time the A flat major 7 chord, and then the chorus ends with a G sus 4 chord. So we're playing the 5th fret of the D and the G string, and the 3rd fret of the B and the high E string 4 times. And then there's a stop on a G major chord where we're moving the 5th fret of the G string down to the 4th fret of the G string. Then there's a 1 bar break, and then there's a short interlude where we're playing the verse part again. And we're ending on this B flat major, F major chord again. And then the guitar solo starts, and during the guitar solo the rhythm guitar is playing the verse part 8 times. Like we're playing it during the verse part, and on the last repetition we're playing this lead into the chorus part again, and then the song ends on the chorus section, which is repeated over and over again, and then there's a fade out. This was the rhythm guitar part for The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please hit subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell, leave a like, drop me a line in the comments, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.